equal pound of your fair flesh to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me?
Shylock's dramatic monologue from The Merchant of Venice, famously demanding his pound of flesh.
Content in faith.
Tribute enough that this fictional pound of flesh moment is today a symbolic part of the language.
The Jew.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity.
Why fear not, man? I will not forfeit it within these 2 months.
The Merchant of Venice remains among the bard's most enduring works, more politically and socially relevant today than ever before.
Whose own hard dealings teaches them suspect the thoughts of
any play and at any time William Shakespeare is always a welcome, because nowadays you see that the children are just out of touch with reading, and because they feel it's too time consuming, they should get back to reading, number one. And these plays would bring back our old English back also, and better English, I would say.
Mislike me not for my complexion.
The staging of Shakespearean masterpiece in New Delhi was about transporting the audience into the heady world of bars and boys, cocktails and casinos, money deals, romance and rivalry.
And let us make incision for your love, to prove whose blood is reddest, his.
Let's turn for a minute to the story itself.
Who's there? Huh? Hey, Signor Aadyam. Fie, Graciano. Where are all the rest?
Quite apart from the name, the play starts with Bassanio, a young Venetian who needs money to woo Portia, a wealthy Belmont heiress.
I'm glad on it.
Oh,
Bassanio asks his friend Antonio. Antonio, a wealthy ship merchant, is out of funds at the time.
then meet me forthwith at the notary's.
So he goes to villainous Jewish merchant, Shylock. And so the bond is made, return my money in time or pay a pound of flesh.
Hie thee, gentle Jew.
Meanwhile, in Belmont, the rich heiress Portia must marry the man chooses the right casket.
The first of gold, who this inscription bears, who chooseth me shall get what many men desire. A second silver, which this promise carries, who chooseth me.
Suitors come from far and wide until Bassanio plays his hand, but consummation of their love depends on his choosing the right casket.
Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath.
Soon after, his vote events take an unexpected turn. Antonio's fleet is shipwrecked.
Wrecked on the narrow seas.
Shylock refuses to let go of the past and insists on his pound of flesh.
I, for my part, knew the tailor that made the wings she flew withal.
And Shylock, for his own part, knew the bird was fledged.
In the end, it's left to Portia to outwit the Jew and save the merchant.
3,000 ducats.
No more?
I think it's very good, and I prefer the second half is really good. Very nice play and really enjoyed it also.
The Duke shall grant me justice. I do wonder, thou naughty jailer, that thou art so fond to come abroad with him at his request.
I pray thee, hear me speak.
I have my bond, I will not hear thee speak.
The play is a satire on society then and now, a dark twisted comedy with a dramatic climax with a confused love triangle at its core. The production by Mass Theatre does brilliant justice to Shakespeare's work.
Christian intercessors, follow not. I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond.